How are we doing today, everybody? Welcome back. It's episode 3, March 3rd. We're doing a little special episode today of the Shots Fired, the sports podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Jonathan Romero,
I'm Manny Herrera.
and this is Shots Fired, the sports podcast. How you doing today, Manny?
Pretty good, John. Pretty good. How are you guys doing today?
Yeah, man, we're doing good. Feeling great. Feeling amazing. Ready to talk some sports to the people.
Tackling some of these topics we got going on here today. Like he mentioned, we're going to be talking about some of our favorite players who don the number 3 jersey. So can't wait to get into that one because we got some good ones for you guys. Also, we're going to be talking the big news in baseball, the lockout. It's it's a big deal. So hopefully those guys can get their act together and give us some baseball. We're ready for baseball. And we are also going to get into the UFC fight this weekend, UFC 272, Masvidal against Covington. If any of you guys know, you already know how good it's going to be. If you don't know, you're about to find out.
Yeah.
And also, we are going to get into the NBA. We're getting closer to the playoffs, so a couple of teams having to dig their
Making
way
some
out.
noise, huh?
Yeah, so
some surprises this year.
Yep, and we're going to talk about the MVP race and see if there's some dark horses coming up for those guys in the top. So let's get right into it. What are you thinking about John Morant these days, John?
Hey, John Morant, shout out him. 52 points the other night against the Spurs. He's been really balling out of control. Super athletic, man. Like, he has insane bounce. He's a superstar in the making for sure, and we're definitely watching it right now.
It's definitely the beginning of something crazy because not only is he athletic, but he's super smart as well. So and he's got the Grizzlies third in the West, so that's the surprise of the season, other than the Lakers not being there. But it's a good surprise. Hopefully the Grizzlies can stick to it and actually make some noise in the playoffs. So we'll see where they go.
Yeah, John Morant, he's been getting the highest scoring games in franchise history for them, for the Grizzlies.
He had the first 50-point game in Memphis history, so that was pretty cool
52,
for him, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wow, against the other night. In a win, unfortunately, I think he got like another 38 tonight in a loss against the Celtics. So, he's still just doing his thing as best they can. Boston's been on a good run, too, speaking of Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
This is a huge win for them. I think they've won 15 out of their last 18 games. So,
wow.
They've been doing pretty good. Jason Tatum. I don't think Jaylen Brown played tonight. He got injured the other night. So,
okay.
I don't think it's anything serious. But, I think Boston, you got to watch out for them. They're getting hot at the right time. So, that's pretty cool.
Back to Morant. He has 5 of the 7 highest scoring games in franchise history for the Grizzlies.
That's saying a lot, too, because they've had some good scorers over there. And he's so young, too. That's crazy.
Young. So much potential ahead of him. Yeah, just keep grinding, keep pushing yourself to the limit, The ceiling is high for you, sir.
Sure. Yeah, John Morant, he's out there. The ceiling is just about as high as he can jump, which is pretty high, if you guys don't know. So check him out if you haven't seen him.
Check him out.
Man, with him also getting back into it, he's probably a dark horse. He's probably that dark horse that I mentioned earlier for MVP. I think he has the fifth best odds right now.
Yeah, definitely in the race for sure. Definitely in those odds in the mix, definitely.
But I think Joel's just been doing it all season. Like Morant had the recent scoring spurts. Like he's been doing really well, but he's just been those high totals just these past few games. I think maybe 5 or 6 games or somewhere around there. But Joel's been just consistent the whole time. So there's him, and then there's obviously Jokic without Jamal Murray. Yeah, out there. He's got the Nuggets in 6th place in the West. So hopefully they stick to it and. Hopefully get Jamal Murray and Michael Porter back here pretty soon.
Porter's supposed to be coming back soon.
Yeah, hopefully. That was the thing on him and coming out of college. He had back surgery and he probably would have went top 5, but he fell that draft just because of his back. So, all the concerns were true because he hasn't played much. But when he's there, he's good for them. So, hopefully they get those guys back and see what they could do in the West. And then obviously the Greek Freak, they're just steady out there in Milwaukee too. I think they're 4th in the East, so I think they're still going to be there. Obviously they still got the same team.
Yeah, they definitely wouldn't be that high without him for sure.
They're the defending champs, so you gotta beat them. They're defending champs until somebody else wins, or unless they repeat. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah. So to the number threes, what are you thinking about that, John? Do you like who's one of your number threes that you like?
Let's see. Got a shout out to my boy here real quick, D Wade. You already know, rocking the squad there. Man, phenomenal player. Growing up watching, you know what I mean? He was just like that one of a kind player, top 3 shooting guard ever. You know, definitely, you know, obviously some could argue that, but 8-time All NBA, 3-time All Defensive Team. You know, he got his 3 chips, one in 06 and then 12-13 back to back with LeBron. So that was definitely cool to watch and be a part of.
Yeah, he was awesome back in the day too.
23,000 plus career points, 5,700 plus career assists, 885 blocks. That's a lot of blocks for a guard, you know. Yeah.
He was an all-around player for sure.
That was cool how he spent most of his career in Miami, went to Chi-Town for a little while, even Cleveland for like a millisecond.
Yeah, those shouldn't even count. I think he should just be known. Well, he'll always be known as Miami Heat, but that kind of sucks when a player goes like to another team towards the end of their career. But they'll like Tom Brady, like he'll always be known as a Patriot.
Yeah.
But it's kind of different for him because he won.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah.
Usually these guys that go to other teams, they just kind of that's just kind of like where they end up. That's just
right.
where they end up. So, but yeah, shout out to D Wade. He's a good one. Top 3
D-Wade,
behind
man.
MJ and Kobe, in my opinion. Yeah, I think he's my number 3, coincidentally, on number 3. So, yeah, he's pretty good. I got a number 3 for you. What about CP3?
Yep, CP3
Chris
still
Paul.
playing too. Still active player.
Injured right now though. I think he should be coming back in like another month or something like that, just in time for the playoffs. So,
dude, he's definitely a top 3 point guard to ever play, man.
If he was tall, I think if he was
point guard.
I think if he was a little bit taller, they'd give him like a little bit more credit because he's like a miniaturized like Magic Johnson kind of. I think he shot better than Magic, but
check these stats out. 06 Rookie of the Year.
Wow.
Back in 06, 10-time All NBA, 9-time All Defensive Team. So he's a defender too.
Yep.
2-time gold medalist. 10,894 plus assists. That's 3rd all time, dude.
Wow.
That's crazy. And then his steals, 2,440 steals, 5th all time. So he's top 5 in assists and steals. Like, that's pretty phenomenal.
Another all-around player.
Still increasing those stats.
Yeah. Those are active. Those are not his final stats. What do you think? He's got like another 2-3 years left, maybe.
Definitely.
Yeah, he plays smart. He doesn't have to be athletic, and as like getting back to Tom Brady, like you don't have to be athletic. If you rely on your wisdom when you get older, then it seems to be easier to
take care of your body the right way too.
Play longer. Yeah, and injuries happen, so like it's a big deal. Like did he tear a ligament or like he broke his or fractured thumb or something like that? And it just takes 2 months to heal, so there's nothing he could do about that. Accidents happen, so.
How about Iverson is another good number 3.
Another one of our generation's favorites, AI.
1997 Rookie of the Year.
97. He crossed up MJ too.
Dude, that was like I was gonna say that was such an iconic
moment.
Crossover, yeah, like the hype towards the game too, like just everyone knew they wanted it, as soon as AI dribbled up the ball at half court, MJ met him.
It was good.
Gave him the goods,
He did give him the goods.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not like he bit on the crossover all nasty, but it was a nice cross, yeah. It was a good cross.
MJ was a little bit older at that time too, but he was still in his prime. You know what I mean.
He tried to reach for it, so he got him on that.
He's always been a good defender when he was young, in his prime, and even towards the end. MJ,
and Iverson was a rookie that year too when he did that.
That's crazy. No fear.
Little iconic, famous crossover.
Little big man. He played amongst the trees down there. Down below. So yeah, he was always fun to watch. AI. I wish he would have won a title. That would have been cool.
2001 MVP that in 01 as well.
That's when they made it to the finals.
Get this little stat. So, at the time, he was the only rookie to score 40-plus points in 5 games in a row.
Oh, wow.
Ever.
Dang. That's crazy. These rookies, they're coming in back then too, but Like even now, like like the good ones, like the really really good ones, like the number one overall
Yeah,
picks.
mellow balls and
Yeah,
like
like
mellow balls of the world. Like
and he doesn't have to be number one overall, but like those first round picks, those gems, like there's a few of them where they're gonna turn out to be at least pretty good if like the
yeah,
worst, but their greatness is gonna be something else. So he was one of the good ones for sure. And then I got one to go off a little bit, go off the spectrum a little bit. What about Babe Ruth?
ooh, Babe Ruth,
He wore number 3.
old school,
Yeah, super old school.
super old school.
Obviously before a lot of our times.
He was born in 1895.
He wasn't even born
Everybody,
this
this
century.
century.
But everyone still knows, and he's iconic. So yeah, he had a 714 home runs, which was third all time.
Third all time.
He averaged a 342 batting average, which is way up there.
It's
like
13th all time.
Wow, 13th all time, and he had 2,215 RBIs. That's runs batted in. If you guys didn't know, for our non-baseball watchers out there,
And that ranks second all time.
second all time. And mind you, he wasn't even born in this century. So, yeah, he was doing it way back then too. So it's not just the.
I mean, he was lefty. It was pitcher and outfielder. Like,
Yeah, he was the deal. He was in. Yeah,
crazy.
we don't see that.
Seven rings like Tom Brady.
7 rings like Tom Brady. That's a fact. Can't argue it. Can't dispute it. But yeah, thinking about Babe Ruth too. That dude Otani, the pitcher, he's like the first player to do a lot of like.
Yeah, he's pretty much the face of the MLB.
Pitching and batting, like those same accolades that Babe Ruth did. Like nobody had done that. Like a pitcher hadn't done that since Babe Ruth. So
wow.
Yeah, Otani's gonna be a superstar. So yeah, we gotta watch out for him too. He's a good one. So yeah, that's
Speaking of baseball, what do you got for the people about the lockout?
not a lot of good news for
Not
for
a lot
us
of
out
good
there.
news for fans for sure.
Definitely not. There's a lot of things they're arguing about. Of course, the MLB wants to expand the playoffs from 10 teams to 16. This past season it was 14, but they're gonna go back. They're gonna go back down to 10, or the players want to go back down to 10, but the owners want to go to 16. So they're pretty far apart on that. Apparently, the owners didn't try to save opening day. Like they kind of just conceded because they knew that the players weren't going to accept their offer. So I don't know what that means for the future. As like because it's just the first couple of series, but I don't know. It's going to be a shortened season. It's just how shortened at this time, and it's not looking too good.
Yeah,
so.
they might keep delaying it, and as fans, we hope it doesn't happen. Hopefully they kind of still make a deal on something.
They got to get something going because it's pretty frustrating. Like I got some numbers here for you guys, and the owners, they want the salary cap to be $220 million in the first 3 years, $224 million in 2025, and $230 million in 2026. And the minimum salary for like the player who makes the least amount of money is $700,000. So with a bonus of 10,000, like if they meet certain criteria. And the MLBPA, the Players Association, they want to keep the salary cap at $238 million with a $6 million salary annually, and they want, instead of $700,000, they want it to be $725,000 with $20,000 extra. So I guess in the end, it all just comes down to money, unfortunately, and it sucks that we have to be the ones to suffer about it. But like we said, we want our baseball, so we need our baseball. So hopefully they come up with something soon, really soon. But it's not looking too bright right at the moment. So that's all I got for the lockout. But we will keep you updated as new news comes in, and hopefully we have better news for you guys next week. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. So. Yeah, that's it for the baseball.
All right, man. Let's talk about the UFC now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you're
UFC
a new fan.
272.
So you're a relatively new fan not to MMA, but to the UFC. What do you think about the main event this Saturday?
Main event, Covington versus Masvidal. Man, it's definitely like a main event we're not used to seeing, and fans aren't used to seeing. Because, I mean, look at the two guys. They were close friends, roommates, boys at one time, and now they're, like, sworn enemies,
Like we've had rivalries where there's been like friends and like training partners, but not quite on this level. Like it's
Yeah,
getting extremely personal. So
extremely. Yeah, um, the press conference was fun to watch. They just kept cursing each other out and kept talking crap to each other and really hyping up the fans for it to be a good fight.
I hope it's a good one.
Yeah, I want to see it go all the rounds. Like
I don't. I want to see Covington get knocked out in the first
someone, yeah,
round.
someone has. That's like every fight, right? Just someone wanting to get knocked out.
I don't know because like Masvidal just sounds as confident as he did when he knocked out Ben Askren with a flying knee in 5 seconds.
Oh
So
wow.
I don't think it's going to be that quick. But I think if he could stay standing up and not get taken down as much, or even if he gets taken down, if he can just get back up and get back to his feet, because obviously Masvidal is a striker and Covington is the wrestler. So it's going to be a good one. If you guys don't
It's gonna be a
know,
good one.
check it out. You're going to have to. I would suggest ordering that one for sure because it's going to be a barn
Yeah,
burner.
guys, and
Hopefully.
we'll definitely give you a reaction next week to
Yep.
see what we thought of it and if it
Hopefully.
met our expectations
Or didn't. It better. It has the potential not to, but, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that even if I don't even care if Covington wins, I'm going for Masvidal, but if he knocks out Masvidal or Masvidal knocks him out, that's a win for me. So, sorry, guys. But there's two other fights to keep an eye on the card. There's Edson Barbosa making his, I think, third or fourth fight at featherweight against Bryce Mitchell. He's a fan favorite. He's a farmer. He's a cowboy guy, and he's the first fighter to be able to wear camo trunks because usually they have a strict dress code.
Oh wow, okay.
So yeah, he'll be wearing the camo. So watch out for the guy in camouflage. And then also, Kevin Holland is making his return against Cowboy Oliveira. So those are two fights to keep your eye on, other than the main event. So yeah, we're looking forward to that one. And like he said, we'll give you a reaction next week about it for sure. One more thing before we go, there's been a lot of disappointment this year with the Lakers and Knicks fans. So. In your opinion, John, who do you think is having the more tumultuous season? The Lakers, who have the expectations, or the Knicks, who didn't have the same expectations, but they didn't expect to be like 14th in the East? That's a pretty significant drop off. So who do you think has it worse right now?
Gotta say the Knicks, man. Even though the Lakers are struggling, I mean, Lakers lost pretty much 75% of the squad, so it's gonna take some time and to get the chemistry going for them. And as far as the Knicks, I mean, they were in the playoffs making some noise last year. Had a lot of fans excited about them last year. And then now it's, yeah, like you said, the very bottom of the East. It's like, what happened, So that's definitely disappointing. At least, I mean, make it in the playoff tournament or, try to get yourself a higher seed. But
maybe they just want to get a lottery pick or something. Who knows?
Really, yeah, tanking.
Oh, God. Well, we can get into more about the tanking next week. But, yeah, sorry, Laker fans, and sorry, my Knicks fans out there. I'm sorry it's a struggle for y'all right now, but hopefully...
Trust the process.
Oh, man. Not like Philly. Well, yeah, maybe they're second in the East right now, so maybe the process is working.
Come on, Philly.
We shall see. But, yeah, that's all we got for you guys today. So, yeah, tune in again next week, and we'll have some more content, more sports content for you guys. And what else you got for the people, John?
Yeah, guys, make some comments down below. Tell us your favorite teams, your favorite sports moments, or
and it's March. We're gonna have a bracket. We're gonna have a bracket
next week. Once the brackets come out, we'll make our picks and
we'll
let you guys know about that.
We'll let you guys make your picks too, and we'll get a little wager going on or something. See who goes further and
bet most picks or something. Yeah, that'll be cool.
We'll try to figure something out. But
all right, guys, keep liking, keep sharing our videos, subscribing. We love and appreciate you guys for that. And stay tuned for more episodes of the Shots Fired, the Sports Podcast. All right, peace out, y'all.
We'll catch y'all later.